It's the What a Weird Week podcast for Friday, April 28th. Legit healing breakthrough that sounds completely fake. And keep your shirt on, nudists.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here. Like
Really weird tales.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Thanks for coming back or checking out for the first time the What a Weird Week podcast. This is a top 10 of weird. Every Friday, we drop a Weird News of the Week top 10 audio podcast and full show notes blog and a YouTube video. Get to all the stuff if you just remember shownotes.page or check the link in your podcatcher. Shownotes.page, though, that's easy to remember. This week we have some legit old-fashioned high strangeness. Here we go, season 4, episode 31.
10.
Nudists will feel naked and exposed if cable car over nude beach goes ahead. In Vienna, there's a plan for a cable car route which would pass over a beach frequented by nudists. This is getting some pushback by the nudists. A nudist named Barbara is quoted in the story. I don't want to end up on the internet, the 72-year-old told reporters. Same here. By the way, Barbara, I don't want to end up on the internet either. The developer says the cable car will pass over the beach for hardly any time at all. So people in the cable car, if they blink, they're going to miss the free show. Also, they say the cable car could have smoked glass windows that go non-see-through when the cable car gets too close to the beach. There's not much more to that story yet, so I guess it's a wait and see. Or wait and not see. Oh, what? What? Oh, I'm a rascal.
9.
Big Mack, the 8-foot-long alligator, might be the largest alligator living in a Philadelphia basement. A man and a woman got divorced, and when the guy moved out, the lady could no longer care for Big Mack, the 8-foot-long alligator. They had an 8-foot-long alligator in their basement. Do you think that's why they got divorced? Wait, do you think that's why they stayed together for as long as they did? It's none of my business. You're right. Okay. Big Mack, living in the basement for 10 years. Turns out it's perfectly legal to own an alligator in Philadelphia. Big Mack is the third alligator that Animal Control in Philly has rescued this month alone. What even? Happy ending to the story. Happy ending to the story for Big Mack. I'm not sure about the couple, and it ain't none of my biz. Big Mack is going to live out his days in Florida at the Jupiter Alligator and Wildlife Sanctuary, JAWS. Their acronym is JAWS, you guys.
8.
Number 8 on our top 10 of weird news items is the 600-mile-long velociraptor. 600 miles long. The world record giant velociraptor in France was traced out in a bicycle route by 5 cyclists. It's a big bicycle route in the shape of a dinosaur. They cycle 636 miles, then they turn in their GPS data. You look at a map and you're like, wow, they cycled in the shape of a dinosaur. Took 6 days, traced out a dinosaur, got in the Guinness Book of World Records. You could set this record. Think of a shape. Doesn't have to be a dinosaur. You could do a bigger dinosaur. You could do a number of shapes. There are a few shapes you can't do. I'm pretty sure that the Guinness Book of World Records people would, if you were like, it's an eggplant, they're going to say nope.
7.
Number 7, happy research proves other people are happier than we are. You guys, every year the World Happiness Report tells us who's happy and who's miserable. They survey people, then they give countries a happiness rank. The report says Finland is the happiest country on earth, 7.8 out of 10. Is it Finland or Finland? Can it be either? Because I like to say Finland, actually. You happy Finn folks, you're not going to get angry with me. You're too happy. Even if I say it wrong, you're going to be like, it's all good. We're happy either way. You're winning it, Finland. Also happy Denmark and Iceland. Israel, 4th place. The only other non-Europe country that's happy is New Zealand. Well done, New Zealand, 10th place. Canada, 13th. USA, 15th. We've got to get happier. I'm getting stressed and unhappy thinking about how unhappy we are. If you want to look at the map or read the happy survey, you can click the show notes. I'm no happiness expert. Let's start with thinking happy thoughts. See where that gets us. Also, I read study after study says that if you help others, it improves your happiness. At this point, I will mention our Patreon. If you join, we've got a new tier, you guys, Emerald. If you join the Emerald tier of Patreon, You get a sticker and a birthday card on someone else's birthday, and it's only $12 million. And just think how happy you'll be.
6.
Gray hair breakthrough. They may have cracked it, you guys. Hair science already knew what happens when hair goes gray. Now they think they've got a handle on how it happens, with a special thank you to all the gray-haired mice involved in this research. Next step is to stop the process so you folks with hair may never have to worry about going gray. Wait, were you worrying about it? That can also lead to gray hair. Try not to worry about it. I think I'll stop there on this one. It gets super science-y. There's a big write-up. You can click the link if you have a vested interest in this. Click the show notes, then click the link. It's a double click. 2 clicks. Let's Bush League, you guys. I'm sorry.
5.
This one made the top 10 because it just seems like something from a sci-fi novel. Facial recognition firearms are on sale. They call this one a smart gun. It uses facial recognition so only authorized people can shoot the gun. It became available for pre-order in the USA this week. How it works? Built-in camera. It scans your face, and if it identifies you as a registered user, you can use this gun. And they hope that it will lead to less accidental shootings and gun theft.
4.
High strangeness in Texas. This one is triggering. Earmuffs alert. Weird things happening to cattle has been reported for decades and decades. It either has a rational explanation or a sinister explanation or a paranormal explanation. Just ask anyone. According to a bunch of reports, authorities are baffled by recent cattle mutilations in Texas. The cattle were found deceased and were missing some parts. Like a lot of these mysterious cases you read about, there's no blood, it looks almost surgical, and a few other odd things are reported. So depending on who you ask, this weirdness is explained by natural causes and scavenger animals or bad people or aliens/paranormal causes. The sheriff's office is investigating. To be continued.
3.
Zoo looking for terrifying bird actors. The Blackpool Zoo in the UK is looking for humans who are willing to dress up like giant birds to scare away pesky seagulls. These seagulls have gotten too brazen. They steal zoo animal food. They also steal food from human zoo visitors. Interested applicants should be outgoing and comfortable wearing a bird costume. We put the link to apply for the job right in the show notes blog, shownotes.page for all that. I don't know if where you live there are seagulls, but there are tons where I live. And if you go to the fast food place, they know you have French fries. And it gets scary sometimes, just staring at you. And they're like, open the door, human. We want your fries. It's not a Pixar movie at all. It's more like a Blumhouse. Somebody get Mr. Blumhouse on the line. I'm pretty sure we got a movie.
2.
Will you please ring the fish doorbell? The fish doorbell website is visdoorbell.nl. I mispronounced that terribly, but anyway, it translates to fishdoorbell.nl in Dutch. In the Netherlands, there's a lock in a canal, and it can be hard for fish to navigate through that canal because of the lock. You can help by going to the website, watching the live fish cam, and ringing the doorbell whenever you see a fish. Then someone will go open the lock. Now, I could not get the website. We have a link. You can read the news story. It's a legit thing. I could not get the fish doorbell website to work for me. And then it occurred to me, I was just going to ring that doorbell anyway. Maybe that's what's going on. They mean well, but didn't they really just set up through the internet version of Ding Dong Ditch? Honestly, I think that's what I was going to do. Maybe I'd give it a couple of minutes. If I didn't see a fish, I was still going to ring that doorbell to see what happens. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's just a very popular website and I couldn't get through. Too much traffic. Honorable mention. This week's honorable mention is the cannabis chocolate bar that costs $40,000. On 4/20, the marijuana holiday, a cannabis company came out with an enormous weed chocolate bar that weighs 420 pounds because, of course, 420. Company is Zen Cannabis. The bar is called Big Zen. The bar has 4.2 million milligrams of THC and costs $42,000. It's quite a photo. There's a fellow there standing proudly behind the giant chocolate bar. It's a giant chocolate bar. Just that alone gets your attention. And then if you're also a fan of the THC, good night. That is a lot, right? I don't know too much about that stuff, but that's a lot. My dudes.
1.
Why did I just say my dudes like that? Have I just become way too cool? I think so. Rhetorical. Please don't comment.
1.
Number 1 is heal 3 times faster with a cure we've had since Ben Franklin. I thought this one was fake. It's a legit science paper. It's very sciencey, but my takeaway is that researchers were able to heal wounds in a laboratory setting using electricity. The healing happened about 3 times faster than usual. This was all in a laboratory setting, did not involve actual people, so please don't try this at home until it's approved by all the appropriate approval people. This was artificial skin and artificial wounds getting stimulated by electricity. I feel like if this gets approved by the health and wellness breakthrough approval people, the proper authorities, we can be up and running with this one in no time, right? It's electricity. We've had that a while. Pretty big breakthrough. Faster healing. Electricity, you guys. Maybe I'm just a fan of electricity. Sometimes it's hard to set aside my bias. And when I turn the lights on, when I get home from work and I turn the lights on, I'm like, oh yeah. Now that's some electricity. Thank you for listening this week. What a Weird Week podcast. If you remember, shownotes.page or click the thing in your podcatcher show notes. That'll get you back to our show notes blog, the video, YouTube channel, and something else I can't remember. Patreon? No, that's not it. 5-star review? No, that's not it. Those are all good things, though, you guys. Let's just stop there.